Have you ever looked at your stomach and wondered why it sticks out even on days when you barely eat anything? Or noticed how your belly suddenly becomes more visible the moment you sit down, as if it's trying to embarrass you on purpose? And have you tried starving yourself or doing endless workouts, yet your belly still behaves like it refuses to leave? If any of that sounds familiar, then this is the moment everything starts to make sense, because I'm about to show you exactly how I lost belly fat without starving myself, without punishing my body, and without turning my life into a miserable calorie-counting prison. What I discovered wasn't a secret trick or a trending diet. It was a collection of science-backed truths, updated all the way to October 2025. Truths that finally revealed something shocking. Belly fat isn't just about eating less. It's about understanding the hidden signals your body reads every single day. Signals that decide whether you burn fat or store it. My journey truly began when I came across a 2025 study from the University of Helsinki showing that the human body stores belly fat, not simply because of overeating, but because the nervous system interprets certain lifestyle signals as threats. That means things like bad sleep, high stress, long sitting hours, rushed meals, irregular eating times, and even poor breathing patterns can make your body hold onto fat around your stomach, even when your calorie intake is normal. I had been obsessing over calories, but I had completely ignored the signals. My stress was high, my meals were inconsistent, my posture was terrible, and I wasn't sleeping properly. Suddenly, my belly fat made sense. It wasn't a willpower issue, it was a communication issue. My body wasn't hearing, lose fat. It was hearing, protect me. The first change I made wasn't in my diet, it was in my nervous system. In April 2025, the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition released updated findings showing that chronic low-grade stress can reduce your daily calorie burn by 12 to 18% without you ever noticing. Imagine thinking you're maintaining your weight, but your body quietly burns hundreds fewer calories each day simply because your mind is overwhelmed. Stress hormones, especially cortisol, love to store fat directly on your belly. And the more stressed you feel, the more your body reacts by slowing down fat burning. Once I understood this, I made one simple shift. I stopped eating in a state of rush. I stopped scrolling while eating. I took slow breaths before my meals so my body actually registered safety. Within days, my bloating reduced noticeably. My digestion became smoother. My belly felt less inflated. It wasn't shrinking yet, but it was no longer fighting me. Then came the next discovery, one that completely shattered the way I viewed breakfast. For years, I believed skipping breakfast was helping me lose fat, but a study published in June 2025 by the University of Warwick showed that skipping breakfast increases the size of your insulin spike during your first meal of the day. That spike forces your body to store more fat around the stomach. No wonder I used to skip breakfast and then feel tired, crave junk food, overeat at lunch, and end the day feeling heavier than I started. Once I began eating a simple morning meal with steady energy, nothing extreme, nothing expensive, everything improved. My cravings dropped, my afternoon hunger stabilized, and my belly didn't feel as tight or inflamed. I didn't feel deprived. I felt balanced for the first time in years. But the biggest shock in my journey wasn't food, it was sitting. In May 2025, researchers presented data at the European Society for Cardiology showing that long static sitting reduces metabolic fat-burning activity by up to 50%. Even if you exercise afterward, that extended sitting still blunts your fat-burning capacity. When I read that, my jaw dropped. I had been doing workouts while spending hours sitting like a collapsed shrimp. Spine curved, core inactive, belly pushed forward. I didn't realize that my posture alone was making my stomach appear larger and stopping my core muscles from supporting me. The day I corrected my sitting posture, even for short amounts of time, my belly immediately appeared flatter. Not because I lost fat overnight, but because I stopped pushing it outward with bad posture. My breathing improved, my diaphragm opened up, and my digestive system felt less compressed. It was a simple adjustment that delivered surprisingly fast results. Another major turning point was understanding the role of meal timing. In September 2025, a multi-country metabolic timing study revealed that irregular eating schedules lead to increased belly fat even when calorie intake stays the same. That single sentence changed everything for me. I used to eat lunch at random times, sometimes at noon, sometimes at 4 p.m., sometimes skipping it entirely. My body never knew when food was coming, so it held onto fat as a survival response. Once I created a predictable rhythm: breakfast in the morning, lunch in the early afternoon, a lighter dinner earlier in the evening, my hunger signals stabilized. My energy stopped crashing, my cravings dropped significantly, and I felt lighter throughout the day. My belly responded almost immediately to this rhythm. It was as if my metabolism finally understood what to do. But nothing in my journey was more surprising than discovering the power of daily movement over traditional workouts. In July 2025, researchers reviewing over 40 global studies confirmed that non-exercise movement, also known as NEAT, burns more total calories for the average person than formal workouts do. This includes simple, everyday movement rather than intense exercise sessions. The realization hit me hard because it meant I didn't need to push myself brutally. In the gym, I just needed to move more throughout the day. So I started walking while talking on the phone, standing up more often, pacing while thinking, and stretching lightly in the evenings. These simple movements didn't feel like exercise, but my energy increased, my stiffness decreased, and my belly finally began to shrink in a way I could both see and feel. What shocked me most was how effortless it felt. The more I incorporated small movements, the more my body shifted into a steady, fat-burning rhythm. It was like my metabolism finally woke up and started working with me instead of against me. However, no matter how well I ate or how much I moved, nothing changed until I confronted the one thing that had been silently destroying my progress for years: my sleep. Updated research released in 2025 made something very clear. Poor sleep increases hunger hormones, decreases fullness hormones, slows metabolism, and increases visceral belly fat. If you sleep less than 6 hours regularly, your body literally shifts into fat storage mode. I used to underestimate sleep, thinking it was optional or something I could catch up on later. But once I improved my sleep schedule, everything changed. My cravings weakened, my morning hunger normalized, my evening appetite reduced, and my belly fat finally started melting consistently. For the first time in my life, I lost belly fat without fighting my body. The final breakthrough in my journey was emotional. I stopped trying to starve myself into a smaller body. I stopped judging myself. I stopped punishing myself for being human. Starving slows metabolism, increases stress, and forces the body to cling to fat for survival. I didn't lose belly fat because I became stricter. I lost it because I became smarter. I learned the language of my body. I fed it consistently. I slept properly. I breathed deeply. I moved gently. I gave it rhythm, structure, safety, and patience. And my body responded exactly the way biology says it should. My belly didn't just shrink, it softened. It released. It no longer felt tense or swollen. It felt like a part of me that was finally supported instead of ignored. And here's the truth I want you to walk away with. Your belly fat is not a sign of failure. It's a message. It's feedback. It's your body asking you for balance, not suffering. When you understand the signals, the fat begins to drop naturally, and you stop feeling like you're fighting an impossible battle. If this video gave you a new way of understanding your body, hit the like button because it truly supports the channel. And if you want more simple, science-backed health content, subscribe and tell me in the comments which part surprised you the most.